of theatre, with red velvet chairs and not enough leg room. It was big, though, and pretty much full. The ability to reunite lost souls with their loved ones must be a bankable skill. The woman to Leo's left leaned towards him. "Are you hoping to hear from anyone in particular?" The woman looked to be in her 50s, no more than 5 or 6 years older than Leo, but she could have been a different generation. Lank grey hair clung to the side of her face, and she was dressed in a too small polo shirt, leggings and trainers, with a stripe of greying sock at her ankle. She shifted her weight in the seat, spreading her coat over her knees before turning to look at Leo. "So, anyone in particular?" "No, no one in particular." That was a lie, but what Leo was looking for was none of her business. He opened his notebook and tried to look engrossed. The woman failed to take the hint. "I'm here for my Dennis." Leo paused. He was also supposed to be working. He swallowed. "Right, and Dennis was your—" "What, love?" "Dennis, he was your—" Leo waited, but the woman didn't fill the gap. "Your husband?" "No, dear." The woman gave a big throaty chuckle that rippled with Benson and Hedges and good humour. "Dennis was a Pekingese." "A dog?" "He was with me 16 years. "Really?" "That's a long time for a Peke. They have terrible problems with their insides. All the toy breeds do." "Okay." Leo didn't quite know what to ask next. He glanced at his watch. 7:27 p.m. It was going to be a very long 3 minutes. "Do you have dogs, dear?" Leo shook his head. The woman shook hers too. "Oh." This was a room full of believers. For most of his life, Leo hadn't really thought about what came after he died, but these days, he was sure. When people were gone, they were gone. He just had to find a way to accept it. Leo looked around the theatre again. He'd never been to anything like this before. Among the usual hum of pre-theatre chatter, there was something else. Here and there, he could see the odd person sitting alone, staring straight ahead. And there were couples, heads bent towards one another, waiting to see if tonight would be the night. The house lights went down, and an announcer's voice filled the theatre. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Patrice Leigh." Applause. The curtains opened. The stage was empty apart from a stool and a small high table with a jug of water and a glass. As Patrice Leigh walked onto the stage, some people in the crowd stood and cheered. For a moment, the room took on the feel of an evangelical rally, but Leo's eyes were fixed on the woman on stage. He'd watched clips online, of course, and read interviews, but this was his first time seeing her in the flesh. A breath caught in his throat, but his brain wouldn't provide the language to make thoughts about the moment. He didn't even know what word he ought to ascribe to her. What had he hoped to feel? Some sort of connection? Some spark of belonging? Leo forced himself to breathe. The idea was ridiculous, of course. The woman on the stage was a stranger. He tried to look at her like a journalist. What would he write in that all-important opening paragraph to a Sunday supplement interview? He was the king of the opening paragraph. The description of how the waiter's head turned in recognition of the starlet approaching the table, or the summary of the superstar's dress-down shirt and jeans combo. How would he describe Patrice Leigh? The woman on stage could easily pass for a decade younger than her 67 years. She's stylish but never threatening. She could be the mother of the bride at an elegant country wedding, or the wife of the mayor of any of 100 market towns. But she's not. She's Patrice Leigh, the woman who's built a 50-year career on the claim that she can talk to the dead. Leo shook his head. Not claim that she can talk to the dead. This wasn't going to be a job where doubt was encouraged. And it was a job. Whatever else was going on, it was still a job. On the stage, Patrice bowed slightly in acknowledgement of the cheers and smiled at her audience before raising her hand for quiet. "Good evening, everyone."